And then how do I open the chat?
View. Docs. Twitch chat.
Chat.
Yeah, chat.
And then drag? Aha.
You can make it big and small.
Right.
Cool.
Okay.
Right on.
So then we have a background?
Yeah, you like it?
It's interesting. Cool.
By myself. So
How do I edit
I'll
it?
change the score.
Oh, okay.
Change the score. But we're ready when you are.
Alright. Oh wait, did they both say ready in chat?
Did you click in here? Everybody's ready?
Everybody's ready? Okay. And we'll start now. Yeah? Alright. Can back up a little bit here. So, this is the quarterfinals versus Iowa Falls-Alden. Linn-Mar starting on attack. Iowa Falls on defense. Nothing interesting. Oh, wait. I don't know what's happening in chat. Oh, Gil? Uh-oh. Alright, we'll just gloss over that. We're just starting with the Thatcher ban. Very nice on this map. Also expecting another hard breach ban here. Looks like a Habana or Maverick. However, last week we did see a Thermite ban in this position, which was a little interesting. And as predicted, a Habana ban will come out, limiting the hard breach of the attack. Means they might have to bring an Ace or Thermite in the place of Habana. Ace not a bad option either way. And for the second defend or ban, we're gonna have a Cade. Very common considering that Thatcher is banned. Cade is quite a threat in this scenario. Alright, so now we're gonna have the final ban here. And Malusi, no surprises there. Again, not too powerful, but in the right situations can be very hard to deal with. Some interesting things to think about here is that Linn-Mar, we didn't get to see much of their attack, as they were already at a massive round advantage. So that'll be interesting to see. And I don't believe we've seen anything from Iowa Falls-Alden yet. They of course have played their own matches, however not against Linn-Mar. Alright. So starting off with the defense, starting in Gym Bedroom, which is very, very interesting. Gym Bedroom, usually the third pick for a site rather than the first. So I guess trying to switch things up possibly, hoping to throw the attack off. In terms of the defense as well, we only have Mute for Hard Breach, which is kind of interesting. Let's see, there is no Thatcher, or there is no Ace on the attacking side, which means they are going to have to utilize Maverick if they want to get pool wall open, and that normally is the prerogative of the offense. In terms of the setup towards cash, it seems that they will be investing a decent amount of utility over there.
10 seconds
Let's see, all the Valkyrie cameras have been placed unless they be placed on that second floor. They haven't seen Valkyrie really anywhere else.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Could have an early take of the site here, as there is no one actually on the site. Whether the attack will notice this or not will be interesting to see, but if they were to just go in through master windows, for example, they could just walk in. Castle leaving just on the stairs there. Possibly some confrontations. Player in club. Or in bar, rather. Who will be droning out the site now, and they might realize that the site is empty. Hopefully they get a drone out soon here, because they can just walk in here. Taking a look at the only player that's kind of a threat, Castle here, by himself, and they will get the wall open. This could be a very early round win, two players have now rotated back, so Mute and Logi. Castle, though, alone by himself, essentially. And he's going to be surrounded from many angles. See if the rest of Iowa Falls will rotate to support him. And even he will be running off site. Site is completely clear. Not even a player looking from construction, so they can just kind of walk in to... Oh, we do have a player below. That was the plan, it seems. Smelly's able to take him out, though. And the plant will go down. Aruni able to get inside of Master, but it's too late. The plant has already gone down, and post-plant retake is very hard for the defense here, because there are so many angles to consider. Linn-Mar is fairly spread out too, making use of those angles. The only one in direct threat right now, however, is Twitch. But someone just repelled onto pool balcony, and will now be able to secure another area. Only one player left for the defense, and he will go down. Some very fatal mistakes from the defense there. Spending resources on cash is good, but spending all of your resources on cash is a very bad thing, as you sort of give away the site. Alright, moving into the second round here, they will be going with CCTV, which is normally the first site here. And we are going to see a bandit, possibly a bandit trick going to be attempted here. However, not a very wise decision, as bandit can easily be killed in that position. We'll see how it plays out, though. Normally a mute taken here instead. That way you have enough denial to get part of the garage wall, as well as deny the drone hole. Oh, is it going throughout the round? Just glitched out there. I didn't even notice it. It was kind of quiet. Alright. See, looking at their defense, they will be making a rotate hole in garage, and aren't going to be reinforcing garage wall. So this player in garage is essentially dead, as we saw last week. As soon as that flat wall gets open, this player has no cover. And an unfortunate start for IFA. IQ will be getting a double kill, taking out one with a breach charge, and another with shots, and they will instantly have garage control. This is very bad. Flat wall also seeming to get open here, nades to take out the bandit charges. And a player already top catwalk. Unfortunately, a team kill. I'm not sure whether or not that was intentional, though. Most likely was. Trying to get the flat wall open, they finally naded the bandit charge. Fortunately, Dokubi will be missing some smoke there. And will get taken out by said smoke. Valkyrie not in a great position to do many things here, as she is inside of garage. Smoke going to be the only part of this defense actually working. However, no, she seems to just be holding Master here, which none of the attack is focused on, as it really doesn't need to. They have garage control, and they have flat wall open. They just now need to plant. Using a C4 to open the wall rather than get any players inside of B. Gonna take a lot of chip damage here, and that's gonna lead to some deaths. Another decisive round by Linn-Mar. Again, just some questionable decisions on the side of the defense. For example, those two opening kills could have been easily prevented by A, not standing on a soft wall during the round, and B, just winning your gunfights. But then with that garage control, that was able to spiral into a win for Linn-Mar. Not able to use those holes for C4s, but rather to make a new hole. So it seems they don't know the purpose of those holes in the first place. And then finally, the defense wasn't able to hold the garage rotate, which is why often head holes are placed there instead, as it's harder to rotate out of garage for both the attackers and the defenders, but that of course favors the defenders. Very interestingly, 4 players will be leaving the site. Not sure the purpose of this. And they will be reinforcing pool wall, which is very interesting. Possibly going for a 3-floor hold here. Could be very interesting, but similar to previous rounds,
10 seconds to go.
there's nothing stopping the attack from just walking in sight. There's only a single player on the actual site. And the issue with this is that retakes are a lot harder. Notice even how dirt isn't even reinforced. If the attack realizes this could be another easy round. So it's very questionable on site's defense to just kind of abandon site. The idea of a spread defense can be effective. However, not in every scenario. It's interesting though, they may be baited here, thinking that is in fact not the first, or the basement site. Or they will find out very soon.
Bomb located by attackers.
You better start running.
Able to get a kill on a player rotating into Logi. Possibly on this mute here too, is be prepping a C4 for some reason. The player's already down in blue. It seems they're going to lose their gunfights here. More players coming from dirt, not looking good for the defense. They will get some ground back. Able to take out the player coming from blue. However, the players moving in from dirt are going to cause more problems, and you will lose that gunfight. Plant finally going down. Again, this is very early into the round, but the man advantage is starting to crawl back. The only problem now is retaking the site, which is always harder for the defense than it is for the offense. And we have to aware of that claymore there. Both players not fighting their own ones. The mute upstairs will lose his. The castle will be rushing into sight here. But with too many attackers left, he doesn't know which angle to look at. Again, not enough defense placed near the site to actually prevent the attackers from getting in. Spread defenses can work, and they do work. However, they often rely on external pressure into the site. For example, vertical holes, which could then prevent plants and prevent entry and such. However, here, they're simply holding the other floors to hold the floors, which doesn't really do anything for them, and in fact hurts them. So we'll see if they continue with this trend. Possibly just trying things out here, but this is the quarterfinals and not really the place to test things out. We'll see if there's any differences here. Going again for a cash defense. The previous one was unsuccessful. Started with an early double kill, spiraled into the loss. Some Valkyrie cams going inside of garage there. Not a badly placed clam either, as that was one of the focuses of the attack. Hopefully that means they are learning.
10 seconds remaining.
Again, with the rest of the defense not very spread out here. I believe Hercules the only one off site, and he's going to be in Logi. So just holding the upstairs for now, which is a good thing for this site. You can have some downstairs pressure, but that needs to be easily rotatable. as again, holding garage and plat are very important.
A bomb has been located.
Seems that Romer would just be hoping for some early picks, possibly through the spawn peek, which is why he's checking cameras. First confrontation here will be with Jaeger. Drone has not gotten that far. Despite that, he will win the one. And flat wall will now become open as well. So far, not going well for the defense. Inferno not aware of the skywalk player. Or the catwalk player, will get the kill anyway. Hercules with a double kill. From down below. Looking much better for the defense now. Still 3v3, but flat wall and garage have been taken. This mute doing most of the heavy lifting on site.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
However, 2 quick kills and now it's a 1v3. Not impossible, but gonna be very hard. Starts off with a double kill, but looks away just as the third one peeks him. Very unfortunate. A much better round from the defense there. Effectively utilizing the roamer as a late sweep. As well as getting some site pressure rather than all fleeing the site at the beginning of the round. We move into the 5th round here. IFA hoping to get some more wins during this defensive half. And they will be going back to gym bedroom. Again, we're unsuccessful last time as the offense was able to easily secure the site. The returning defenders were not able to make up the difference. So far, not much has changed in their defense. Seems that they will be putting in some resources towards cash this time again. Hopefully more of their defense will stay centralized around the site.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Again, the smoke position,
Attackers are moving out to
very
locate a
useful
bomb and
in the
defuse it.
previous defense. However, the plant was still able to go down because of, despite it. Possibly an early kill could come out here onto the smoke, but no, the shield does go down. It'll be in a much better position. Seems unfortunately that we got the mute sound bug again, which unfortunately lasts the duration. Not sure if there's anything to do to fix that. Looking into the round here, seems that cache has already been, or not cache, rather CCTV has already been claimed by Linn-Mar. They're going to be working on getting this cache player. Hercules is able to hold his ground, but rotates at the wrong moment. And is caught by Skyrim. Seems that pool wall has been opened here.
Bomb located by attackers.
And the smoke will rotate off of his position from upstairs and will die because of it.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
2 quick kills from the mute will get him back into a good position, so it's just left for this 1v1, and Inferno will of course win this. Definitely a better round for the defense as it did come down to a 1v1. However, still not able to get it in the end. It was also close to being a bad round for them. as only a double kill from the mute on pool wall is able to bring them closer to a victory. Don't believe there is a way to remedy this sound bug, unfortunately. So I suppose for now we can just turn off the sound. This won't be helping us. Seems they're going to go for another attempt at the bedroom defense, as they were closer to a victory that time. See if they'll make any changes to their defense this time around, or possibly a change of mindset only. Seems to start off they're going to be bringing a bandit instead of a mute. Not sure what the intention of this change is. However, there is a lack of a Maverick on Linn-Mar's side, so getting that wall open will be difficult. Didn't exactly catch how they achieved it before. Otherwise, it seems there isn't much variation in the defense this time. There will be a single player towards the cache end of things. And they did move some reinforcements as well. So they're going to be putting less effort towards the cache area, and even he will rotate out. I'm not sure what the purpose of the cache reinforcements, or the CCTV reinforcements were then. Hercules could be in a good spot here if Linn-Mar misdrones him. They have misdroned a few times in the past, in crucial scenarios as well. So this late roam from him could come in handy for an extra kill or two. Seems they have some confrontations. They will get the wall open through gym wall, or through gym window, as the castle was dispatched of already. This wall open though, they need to make some pressure elsewhere, and they'll start with I'm Homie. Getting a nade kill in construction. Hercules giving up his roaming spot. However, the 2v1 were able to down Homie outside. C4 not able to finish the job. However, they are able to get the revive. He will be on low HP, but he is still alive. Hercules trying to rotate again, it seems. And the plant will start to go down inside of the gym. Skyrim able to just walk into the site and get a kill. And another kill by Inferno through the Claymore. Player trying to jump out of gym window, or construction window. Final player, Hercules, will be trapped inside of cache and taken out by Skyrimatic. Yeah, you aren't actually hearing the Linn-Mar players. You're hearing just people in the background. We're in a completely separate part of the school. Alright, I guess if you want the master volume, we can bring that back as well. The only thing we're gonna hear though is the death noises. Alright.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So it seems here we got the switch of the half. We'll be starting off with a Warden pick, which is very interesting. 6 pick off of a Tachanka in that position. Possibly a random pick there. Wasn't able to exactly catch what happened. Otherwise, I'd say the defensive lineup is pretty solid. In terms of the attack, we have 3 hard breach, which is interesting. Normally you only bring 2 here, 1 to get flat wall open, that usually can be reserved for just Maverick, and Maverick took the wall. And then in garage here, Ace or normally Hibana can get the rest of the job done.
5 seconds left before insertion.
We'll see those head holes mentioned before, as they
Attackers are
do
moving to defuse a bomb.
slow down the offense if Garage is taken, and it normally is. In terms of our room, we are going to have a spawn peek from Warden. Don't believe any players spawned on that end of the map. However, we may be able to catch a rotating player depending on how long he stays on the angle. There will be 2 players spawning towards Strip here, which is interesting. Possibly going for a master take from that end while the rest of the players focus on flat. And they will get open the wall pretty easily here with a nade from the Maverick. But an impact trick will prevent them. 2 impacts are available to them, so they might be able to get both of these thermite charges if the second impact is placed correctly. Unfortunately, it won't. That wall will get open, and immediately a kill from thermite onto the player inside of Garage. That will be Inferno, which is a huge pick for them. However, now they need to put pressure elsewhere, as strictly pressure on flat will not get them into the site. Seems that they're going to be working on a master push, potentially. There is no pressure, or there is no defensive pressure towards master, despite this player looking at the correct, or only this player looking into construction. A well-placed Ying, though, do a great job. The Warden gadget coming in handy. However, a push wasn't attached with it. Defense is doing good here, they just need to hold out. Most of the utility has been used by both sides here. 45 seconds left to go. Attack finally got construction wall open. However, all of their players have fallen off the flat. Seems they won't need to, though. They just killed the Garage player as well. Seems the majority of them will be coming from construction here, with 1 on red as well. This smoke, though, going to betray the Ying, as Warden making use of his gadget. Very rare sight, but it does happen. Another player downed.
10 seconds remaining.
And then we'll resort to just running in. We'll be able to get a kill because of it.
5 seconds left.
Plant is going down in default. And another kill leaves the Spiner player in a 1v1, but unfortunately, a C4 thrown at the wrong moment cost Warden his life. Very great round from both sides. The defense able to hold on till essentially the last minute there. And as such, they will be going back to CCTV. The early pick onto Inferno really made a difference there. He wasn't able to make a big impact like he normally does. In terms of lineup changes, I don't think I see any here except for the Warden will be going away in place of a Doc. However, it will be 6 picked off back into the Warden. It did come in handy last time against the Ying, both her smokes and her flashes. I'm gonna kill because of it, so it is not surprising that it is brought again. What is surprising, however, is a knock being brought. IQ not really having too much of an impact there, at least from my perspective. However, knock could be very interesting here. The only problem, of course, being that there's not too many places where this knock could bypass information. Possibly some sneaky plays into construction is all I can see coming of it.
10 seconds to go.
However, we'll see how he makes use of it. Looks like we're going to be having a cam placed outside here, and the attack is aware of it.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
All players can be rotating out of garage for Linn-Mar. However, the offense will most likely not be able to capitalize on this due to their position. 3 players also in red stairs area, with another player of Linn-Mar challenging those by strip, possibly unaware of their presence and just looking to roam. However, they will be trying to drone him out. Only a single player near Plaid, or actually not, holding a long angle. Maverick is able to get the wall open by himself, but based on what we saw last time, it looks like he's only hoping to get rid of those bandit charges. And he will be unsuccessful in doing so. The nade, or the ADS taking his first nade, and his second one unable to destroy the bandits. Not sure how that is possible considering that the explosion is directly on top of the bandit charge, but it is unfortunate. Smelly will finally be taken out, or downed even, after taking out 2 possibly of the IFA players here. Skyrim will be killing himself on purpose. Essentially any team kills or deaths in Skyrim's area are on purpose. With only 2 players left in a minute, it's not looking good. However, it isn't impossible. These smokes, though, going to be a big factor in this endgame, as he does have all 3 of his canisters available. It seems that they're just going to be hoping for some kills on red stairs here to get into this fight. No, instead going for construction. Not sure what the smoke's planning to do there, possibly as a diversion. But as they will be rotating over to construction here, they still have many angles that Linn-Mar can make use of, and this camera will sell them out. Multiple angles going to be looking at this construction here, and the smokes will prevent them even further. Ooh, an unfortunate angle to be in. However, with only 3 seconds left, Maverick has nothing he can do.
Operators, you have run out of time.
There was a team kill at the end there. Possibly purposeful. Able to shut down the attack early. Smelly had a big impact there, especially in getting rid of that thermite, as they weren't able to open plat wall because of it. I'm unsure of why they dedicated so many players away from that area. Possibly to get that roamer, but cost them the round because of it. We're going to be moving finally to another site, Church and Arsenal. It is now match point for Linn-Mar, and in a very strong position as they are in defense. Seems we're going to be seeing a 6-pick onto Castle, and a fairly interesting lineup for Linn-Mar, to be honest. Echo not getting too much play. However, he could have some good impact here. It'll be interesting to see where he decides to play. I assume in Church, and hoping to hold Armory from it. But we'll see. Aruni is going to be also very important here, able to get the hatches as well as make those feet holes that you can see on Church Wall there. Those, of course, used to deny players dropping the hatch as well as rotating through that hallway.
5 seconds remaining.
Seems Inferno will be going for a run out or just a spawn peek here. A very, very tight angle, and he will get a kill onto the Maverick, and that's going to be a big pick. Very, very tight angle there, but he was able to get it and will rotate off immediately. A very smart play as well, considering that now all the IFA players are flocking to that region. Knockbot again. Gonna be able to sneak past some of the cameras, but otherwise seems to just be doing a lot of droning. The attack will now get started on the normal routine here, trying to get these hatches open. It seems there's some in-impact trick behavior from Echo. Unfortunately, it seems they were unable to get the blue hatch. Inferno now dedicating himself to that position. And he will be fairly surrounded here, as he does have a player very close. But not able to get the kill though. Coming out in very low HP, but they will secure the hatch. However, could get cut out, but this other player in garage. No. Possibly he's aware of his position? He is. The pre-fire will be coming out. And Castle will be rotating off the angle again. Tech moving very slowly here. Seems that Ace hasn't been getting any of the hatches, which is interesting. I'm not sure what he plans to use his charges on. But I think they've been spending the rest of their time upstairs. Only a minute left here. And they have lots to get through. Starting with this castle. Gonna have to manually punch it. And these measures are going to just be wasting time. All four players stacking in oil here. It's not going to go very well for them, as the defense has a lot of utility left. Smokes, Echo, as well as crossfires in the area. Skyrim will be starting out with a kill.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Only 15 seconds left.
15 seconds left.
They have nothing to do but run through the smoke. Able to get one down and a kill onto the castle. However, Smelly and Homie
5 seconds remaining.
will fire back with 2 kills. Just a lean left, and there's nothing they can do.
Operators, you have run out of time.
And that will be the end of the first map. We will be able to fix the audio bug now, or I believe it came back. I just realized that that happened. So I'm not sure what fixed it. A very strong start for Linn-Mar. Alright, so some reflection on the match that we just saw there. Not a very strong start for IFA. Some very interesting tactics, trying like a wide defense, as I would call it. Hoping to hold multiple floors at the same time. The issue with that, of course, being that they didn't have enough pressure on the site itself. And therefore that wide defense didn't really come into effect. We will be starting attack and defense switching this time. So IFA will be starting on the attack, Linn-Mar on the defense. So we'll see if there's any momentum shift as a result, as momentum psychologically is a big factor here. possibly able to secure some early rounds on Chalet. Could lead to a second map win. And Linn-Mar is notorious for not doing too well on their second map. In previous games, this has been the case. So we'll see how the second round goes here. Not sure what to put in chat. Assume they just tell me when they're ready. IFA most likely going to be doing some reflection. Possibly see some subs in. Probably not from Linn-Mar's side, but possibly from IFA's side. I believe this is the same lineup that they took to the championship last year, which of course was these two teams. Linn-Mar again coming out on top in that scenario. However, I do believe that IFA put up a better fight that time. However, like I said, momentum being a big factor here, those early round losses could have just led to a poor game from them. With a new map, we have a restart, and they could be coming out a lot stronger in the second map. This is, of course, a best of 3, so if they do hope to win, they'll have to win 2 maps back to back. Still no ready from either side here. It's gonna be waiting on there, okay. Alright, so we're gonna get the ready from both teams here. So we will be going on Chalet. Starting with the band page, I'm not as familiar with this map as I am Clubhouse, so I don't exactly have as much insight to the meta. But we will be starting with a band from Linn-Mar. And we're starting off with the Thatcher band. Again, Thatcher is a good band on any map, so it's no surprise to see that. In terms of the second ban, I'm not quite sure. Possibly a Maverick. Instead going with a Dokkaebi ban, which is very interesting considering that I don't believe Linn-Mar utilized a Dokkaebi. Oh wait, no, they did. I'm of course forgetting. So I suppose they really thought that that was a big factor in the previous match. I do remember that now, it took me a second. And a Cade ban, again not a surprise. When Thatcher bans Cade is banned as well, as he becomes much more powerful. In terms of this last ban, I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe saw some Malusi or something of that sort. But again, I'm not too familiar with the exact meta here. Instead opting for a Maestro ban. Which makes sense. Maestro is of course a very strong operator. Able to get a lot of information and denial. But it seems we're mostly going to be starting at Fire and Gaming here. Upstairs also a very strong site, I believe. Or actually, I believe all the sites here are fairly good. I'm not sure exactly how Trophy holds up today. It was strong for a while. And we're going to be 6-picking off of a Malusi into a Mai. Most likely in response to that Ying. However, Wamai always a good pick. And we are of course in Bar and Gaming over here. So most likely going for a 2-floor hold here. Yep, they will be reinforcing those walls. As it's very hard to hold the site once you've established vertical control from the side of the offense. It'll be interesting to see though if they place any resources inside of library, or will rather just hope to hold the surrounding area. And as they are opening hatches, I assume that means they will be dedicating a player there.
5 seconds left. Attackers are heading.
It is interesting that they do not place any reinforcements inside of Wine over here. That can lead to some nice angles. See how the attack approaches this defense. Starting by trying to get some library control, it seems. Can we open that window right up? Opening up right away. And we'll find, of course, the Goyo. And we'll mine. Seems that the majority of their players are over here. Not sure where this last player is. It seems to be droning in a separate location. However, Buck will go down to this Goyo. Able to effectively hold this area. C4 won't be able to find anyone as they have not entered the room yet. And the down player will be taken back. Bro kind of pinned here, holding onto the shield for dear life. And will be taken out through his own hole. They will secure library, which is very important here. Smelly dancing with death here, as that player is looking just above him. Two players, in fact.
A bomb has been located.
However, they will not be able to find him. Mai now going to be the one in a pinched position, as he is unaware of this Ying. And he will, of course, rotate off the position. However, he could be rotating into a hold here. No, he will be fine. Smelly able to get some kills inside a bar, and that will lead the attack in a 2v3. Only 45 seconds left on the clock. This is still winnable. However, it's going to be a lot harder now. It's only one player. Pushes F2 though, can make a big impact here. "30 seconds left. He has diffuser, but no means of getting on site to plant it. And unfortunately, we'll just hold passive angles here. In a 3v1 situation, you have to be aggressive, holding passive angles and hoping they're walking into it. We'll just leave you in a situation like this. Both out of time and HP now. Defense is going to win round 1. Looks like it's going to Master now on the defense. However, it seems the decision is contested. Nope, they will be going to Master. It's going to be very important here is this window control. So the windows can be very powerful on this site, essentially cutting lines through the site. Downstairs pressure is needed. However, the windows can often be a better line of attack if utilized properly. And they will be hoping to do that, bringing in a fuse. Going to be very strong against this castle, as of course can't just shoot the fuse while he's placing his charge down. Nothing too crazy coming out from the defense here. We'll be making standard rotate holes and such. What is interesting is, oh, not a run out, rather just a castle.
5 seconds left.
These Valkyrie camps are also going to be of great importance here, as there is no IQ on the side of the attack.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let's take a look at their approach. Going to be taking some damage to his spawn peak here, and unable to return any. Seems that they're going to be just getting on the roof here, going for those windows. Yep, fuse. Going to that castle barricade. Now, if there was a defender here with an impact, it could be very interesting. However, no. The thing about this cluster charge, though, is there are no players in its vicinity. Possibly just holding it for a later activation, though. Nope. He will be blowing it now. Inferno will get his second kill of the round. Possibly a third here, looking for a jump out. He did hear that drone. I'm homie answering with some kills on his own. This balcony being a big problem for the offense, as the majority of their players will fall on it, leaving just Nomad. 1:45 left. However, the diffuser very heavily protected, and he's against 4 members of the defense. One will walk into his sights. Another one close. But he's still in a lot of trouble. And a bad rotate will end his life. An unfortunate round for Iowa Falls. Most of their players falling on that balcony. Just getting caught out by the various angles from the defense. And I believe only one of their members entered the building. Unable to utilize the windows properly, as well as only a fuse charge was placed in that area. Seems that they were just hoping to get some kills on that balcony there, which of course didn't work out for them. Now going to be moving to the basement. It seems that it's still a better option than trophy.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
And
defused
this
by attackers.
defense is of course going to revolve around a few things. First being this wall here, which is most likely what IFA is going to focus on the most. But there are still some good takes from the northern side of the map. Especially if the hatch and wine and such is not got. That can be easily used to remove any hard breach, or hard denial rather. And in terms of this hard denial, it'll be interesting to see where they place it.
10 seconds to go.
Yep, they will be opting on that
5
wine
seconds
wall, as well as the main garage. But with only bandit, they won't be able to
Attackers
bandit
must
trick
locate and
this,
defuse a bomb.
which it seemed that IFA was expecting that, as they have brought a capital, which can be used to fire the drone holes and prevent that bandit trick. But what'll decide this round essentially is where the pressure is put, because if pressure is only put on this garage wall here, then they're not going to be able to make much of an impact, as that's what's the defense is counting on, or rather not counting on, but prepared for. Interesting enough, they will only be bringing hard breach charges to open this wall.
Bomb located by
The
attackers.
of course problem with this being that they have to vault in rather than just being able to run in. And a late round reinforcement will not be punished. Reinforcement normally happening during the round, as it allows for some quick peeking with the reinforcement as cover. And Inferno going to be taking some damage for his peaks. However, still no external pressure being applied yet. Inferno able to get a kill upstairs. And the only other player I believe that isn't focused on the wall
A bomb has been located.
is Sledge by Big Garage. However, he hasn't been able to make much of an impact here. Seems they could be going for a plant in this scenario. They have begun to smoke off the angles. And they will. Fence will be able to get 1, 2. Giving just Sledge in Big Garage. Plant will go down. And Twitch will remain still on very low HP.
Attackers need to protect.
And the defuse will begin. Sledge is too far away to make an impact here, and will get taken out by Inferno.
Defender mission successful.
Again, the problem being the majority of pressure being placed on that garage wall means that the majority of their players will die. Sledge able to make some of an impact outside of that area, but the rest unable to do anything. Moving into round 4 here, 3-0 lead for Linn-Mar, and it's not looking good. This time we will be going back to Barn Gaming, and we'll finally bring out the Tachanka again. Sort of a staple once they begin to accrue a lead.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
And
bombs.
Tachanka, while being a bad operator, could be good for this site in terms of denying jump-ins into library, for example.
Attackers have located a bomb.
So that was the majority of the push the last time we saw this site. Seems that this time they will be placing more reinforcements in library in order to better hold the area. Not sure
10 seconds to insertion.
of the purpose for the one inside the library, but the one on the wall there,
5
of course,
seconds remaining.
giving Homie extra cover so that he's able to get out of the line of sight from the window behind him. In terms of the attack, it seems that we might be getting a master push here, hoping to sweep from that side of the map, because there is only one attacker focused on library here. Can be very careful for spawn peaks here, and they will actually enter the building, rather not through master but through Big Garage, but possibly trending towards master. Two early kills leaves Linn-Mar in a bad position here. Not sure what these kills were the result of, but most likely just extraneous peeking. Similar situation to IFA, where no players are on site. However, they are able to hold the site from above. Holding bar will be a little bit harder, but holding games will be pretty easy for them. Smelly essentially facing down the entire team here, and will get killed as a result, leaving just Dookie Dolphin in a 1v4.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I've seen stranger things happen, and he has the tools to win, but against a Ying and a bunch of extra angles, it's going to be very hard. Much better round from the attack there, able to shut down both Inferno and Skyrim early, and from there they were just able to spiral into a win. Moving on to the next round here, round 5, last round of the half, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, we have 2 rounds. Apologize. But we're going to be trying bar and gaming again, it seems. This time opting to bring a Warden instead of Tachanka,
Attackers need to locate and defuse
and
as
a
many
Vigil
bombs as they can.
instead of Valkyrie. Seems that they didn't get much use out of that Valkyrie, and I would agree with that statement.
Attackers
So
have
the Master
located a
Push,
bomb.
working out very well for IFA. Let's see if they have a repeat here. It's also interesting as he decides to instead place the shield not attached to the doorway. And most like an additional shield here to protect from that window. Yep.
10 seconds left.
Inferno now going to be playing this position instead of I'm homing.
5 seconds to insertion. Bomb located by
It
attackers.
seems that extra
Attackers are
reinforcement will
heading
be
out to defuse a bomb.
removed from previous. Smelly with spawn peek here. However, I don't believe anyone spawned campfire over there. I think that's campfire. I hope that's campfire. Anyway. Again, going with the master push here. And I believe Draco has entered. Yep, through big garage. So going for a similar take here. And Linn-Mar prepared for it. I'm homie. Waiting in the wings for these attackers. It's going to be very hard to take it off here. Able to evade drones and the likes. Inferno could be trapped here if the attack continues to push in through the upstairs. The drone leading the sledge here. Most likely make them aware of the vigil. Yes, it will. So we'll take out the drone. Whether he's able to win this gunfight or not, this will be the question. And yes, he will. Fast peek and a fast kill. 4-4. And the attack still has a good amount of time left. Seems that Linn-Mar has regressed back into their defensive positions. And IFA is going to need to start putting some pressure elsewhere, as a singular push through this area is most likely going to be bad for them. Possibly able to get a nade kill here, but they're trying to do it against a Linn-Mar. So of course both of these nades will be taken out of commission. Able to get the shield though, which leads to a kill. Pisces, Nomad able to swing the corner when the shield was taken out. So unfortunate placements from that Linn-Mar, leading to his death. Inferno though will just rotate back to site. Good call as he is facing down 3 players. Ooh, and pings coming out from the defense. Going to reveal that camera. However, again, pressure all centralized here, and I believe they don't even know that Inferno has left the area. They're fighting ghosts. With 20 seconds left, they need a lot to happen in a very little amount of time. Possibly running out of drones or just lack of droning at the end there. They're just going to fall into the defense's clutches.
Operators, you have run out of time.
Definitely an okay start for Iowa Falls. They just weren't able to move the defense off their positions fast enough. If they had gotten Inferno to rotate earlier, they possibly could have done something there. So as I believe they lost all their drones, or maybe just a lack of droning in the end there. And they were fighting ghosts for about 30 seconds, and that was precious time. Time being said before as the 6th defender. And that being very evident here. Going back down into wine cellar and snowmobile, aka basement. And for this defense,
Attackers need to locate and defuse
seems that we're going to have a slightly different lineup than before. I am unfamiliar with what exactly was brought before, but I do believe there was a Frost.
Attackers have located a bomb.
That, of course, not having a lot of impact on a site like this, but a Rooney having great impact. Rooney gates placed on both of the garage walls will make entry a lot harder. Either health or utilities going to need to be expended to get rid of those. And I believe that final Rooney gate was placed on wine cellar doorway there. The problem last time being here was that too much of pressure from IFA was focused on this garage wall.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
So we'll see if they adapt their strategy to compensate. Starting off here, spawn positions don't reflect too big of a change. In terms of operators, I just realized now that they aren't bringing any hard reach, so it seems that they don't plan at all to go garage, which isn't a bad thing here. A lot of control can be established through vertical holes. Whether this was intentional or not, they are going to be forced to do a much different take than before. And starting off, they're going to be getting an aggressive alibi. Smelly coming in his place though, able to get one, not two though. Ah yes, I did forget though, the hard breach charges brought instead of a hard breach operator. But only one nade to take out these bandits. He does get it. However, they're gonna find an unfortunate circumstance on the other side of the wall. Those are renegades are going to be detrimental, as they're going to have to expend a decent amount of utility to get through them. Of course, being able to be refreshed if they do try to get rid of them too early. However, they are able to just walk down main stairs. And the defense isn't able to stop them. So they will get into sight. Not through the wall as they'd planned. But Homie has some different ideas for the offense. Duke following that up with a double kill. One onto a down player. And this final attacker is going to be inside of blue. Barbed wire possibly giving away his position here. He will walk into the crosshairs of Duke. But based on that flick, they are completely unaware of his position. And he's playing the slow game. Not a bad idea. Ooh, but the Banshee. They're now certainly aware of him. And will rotate accordingly. Seems they also have some cameras in the area, which unfortunately misheard the circumstance. Had Duke been watching that angle, would have gotten an easy kill. He will get a lot of damage down, and with the Rooney's high fire rate Roni, will be very easy to take out the sledge. And he will do just that. It's going to be the end of the half here. Getting a switch of sides. IFA's got a lot of work to do, and not a lot of rounds to do it. 2 rounds away from a loss here. Gonna be starting there. Hold in garage. Tachanka picked here intentionally, which is interesting. Mute and a bandit brought Mosaki deny all of the walls as well as possibly a bandit trick. However, Linn-Mar will be able to very easily deal with said bandit trick due to their collection of nades.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Very interesting to see the differences between defenses here. Going for some standard
Bombs located
rotates.
by attackers.
I don't expect to see anything too crazy. What will be interesting is how this Tachanka factors into this defense. Seems that he is planning to set up in connector there. And he will get the hatch. However, of course, the problem with that area being the amount of vertical control that can be established.
5 seconds to insertion.
Linn-Mar is able to do that. Tachanka will be taken out fairly easily.
Attackers are heading out to defuse
Another
bombs.
interesting play, opting to put a shield on connector doorway there. That's going to make rotating back into garage a lot harder. Possibly even too hard. Mute here hoping for an easy kill, but this drone's going to sell him out pretty fast. Almost taking some damage as well, and he will take some damage. But a very nice angle here. Seems that Linn-Mar is going to be going for a strict wine take here. And then with Sawed Off Strongs, they've already established control of the surrounding area. Skyrim actually able to get into wine, but running around aimlessly, he will die. 2 quick kills, not sure what happened there. Possibly some lag. And Homie with another. This defense falling very fast. I'm not sure how they were able to just walk into wine cellar. I suppose aggressive peaks being the cause. But Jaeger will start to make back some ground here. It is a 2v3. The attack has a minute left. But they almost have control of wine cellar. The only thing is, there's a Rooney behind, or not a Rooney. This alibi behind them, if used correctly, could be very bad. We're gonna start by getting the wall open. I'm not sure why he didn't shoot that charge, possibly hoping to conceal his position even further. But this Tachanka will be coming into play here. Able to get that area denial down. Ooh, looking off the angle at just the wrong moment. Could have caught Jaeger there. Still a minute left. They are sort of pinched here. Alright, just holding a passive angle. And Bandit with an aggressive push will be able to get a kill. This round seems to be going to IFJ, and it will. 2 kills from Bandit. Seal the deal. Very interesting round. Not exactly sure what happened. But it seemed to me that IFA had a setup where they just wanted people to walk into wine cellar and then get kills from there, and it worked. They did get a lot of kills on players inside of wine. Alibi even able to rotate behind them into garage, which I believe they are aware of, but not really anything they could do about it. So even if they were able to win those gunfights there, they would have had problems later in the round. IFA beginning their crawl
Protect your bombs from being defused
towards
by
a win
attackers.
here. If they want to get it running, they're going to have some more decisive victories. And we'll start that attempt inside of Master here. Again to bring in Tachanka.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Well, I do believe Smoke is better. Tachanka does have merit. What is interesting, though, is the lack of defenses being set up here. Valkyrie cams just getting placed. Reinforcements just starting to go down. And there's 10 seconds on the clock.
before insertion. 5 seconds
Could be
remaining.
very bad for the defense here. And then they do make the rotate on the wrong side of the wall. The, of course, problem with this being that that doorway is going to essentially cut off that rotate very easily. Although perhaps with the shield it will be in a suitable position. And we're gonna see we're most likely gonna see some window plays that I did talk about while
Bomb has been located.
Linn-Mar was defending this site. Yep, Inferno will be taking that job, while the rest of the offense heads towards Trophy, I believe. Inferno looking to get some nade kills here. The defense is off those angles. Valkyrie able to get a kill downstairs. On Inferno, seems he ran out. Now gonna be fighting the players inside of Trophy here. Not sure if we're having server issues or if that was a client connection problem. They're going to make their way into Solarium. Smelly able to get a nice kill there. 2 nice kills, and unfortunately those 2 players just run right into him. And a strong start is ending in a weak finish here. Able to just walk up Trophy stairs. With a lot of these soft walls, you're gonna have a lot of issues. Kind of an aggressive push there from Smelly. But the plant will start to go down in Master. 1 player on the flank here, but Homie is aware. And he will get the kill. I mean, just Tachanka. Alone in office. He's gonna walk into this tight angle from Homie. Match point goes to Linn-Mar. And IFA just fell off the hill into a valley, which they now must climb out of if they want to win. And they will be attempting to do that in Kitchen and Dining. Of course, the trophy site that I talked about before. We didn't see the site picked from Linn-Mar, most likely because it's probably not a good site. Generally trust their decision on these things, or rather Inferno's decision. Nevertheless, I will be attempting it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And I will be doing so with a clash. Now what I believe the problem is here is, yes, the vertical plays. See all that open space there. It can be used to rain down death onto any defenders on or near the site. So without any vertical presence here, Linn-Mar could easily capitalize. But again, not much setup going on.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Still have 8 reinforcements from IFA's side. So possibly at this point, they've given up hope.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Now this clash, not sure what he hopes to do here. Yes, he does get to stand in this doorway, but that's not going to do much to the defense here. Oh, and I am wrong. It seems I missed mute behind him. Which is what I was about to say, is normally Clash is paired with a teammate. So they will be able to get Skyrimatic. Not a huge pick. The pick nonetheless. unable to take out the Serene gate pretty easily. Showing the value of her drone. And they're able to control, get some control. Side of upstairs will be taken out by Rooney. Some attempts made to get rid of this flash, but Rooney will peek right to Inferno. Pushing in though, Inferno will get killed. Duke answering back with the refrag. The last two attackers have a minute 30 to make something happen. There are 3 defenders left tower, 1 on low HP, but with a Doc that shouldn't be much of an issue. Duke able to get the site here. And Doc isn't one away of his presence and will get a kill, possibly a double, but no! Not able to control the recoil. Unfortunately, Doc will pick himself back up. Homie is in a 1v3. Clutchable scenario, but definitely a hard one. Starts off with a single down. Will get caught out from behind by Rooney. Essentially just a round of gunfights, as most of it was pushing. And Linn-Mar lost their gunfights. Now going to be going downstairs. We'll see how Linn-Mar adapts to this. Before, again, kind of just walked into wine and died. Which didn't work out well for them, of course. Slowly making back the gap, but IFA still needs to win 3 rounds before they're looking good. We're starting off with a Thunderbird here. This is interesting, as it will replace their Rook. Not bringing a Mute this time, however, Mute didn't really serve too much of a purpose. I'm possibly hoping to get a similar flash kill. They won't be leaving the other wine walls soft. But that could have actually helped them in the previous round, considering that there were a lot of kills that came from it. Not that I devise it.
5 seconds remaining.
And the statement that IFA may not be taking it seriously anymore, I think is a little more evident now. Shanka does have access to a lot of utility, but I think you get the idea. Could be in a position to get some kills here, but no. Taken out by Homie. And killed by the help of a drone. Smelly able to work his way in, start putting some pressure on Wine. See if any other pressure is utilized this time. As before, again, they just were in this area. No external pressure. And 2 members behind the offense here. Could be impactful. On site, however, the players will be taken out. And Inferno will be looking for a quad kill here. Still no health taken off of him yet, and Plant will begin to go down.
Attackers have located a bomb. Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
Seems they found where the dock is rotated. We had a little bit of kills, but Draco able to fire back. And we'll heal a small amount of HP lost, potentially. Yep, there it is. The Ova hero could be important here. But Duke will shut down the hope of IFA's win. Seems both teams to have fun, which is of course very important. But another dominant victory from Linn-Mar. And that will be the end of the quarterfinals game. Linn-Mar moving on to the championship. Looks like he's going to be facing Belmont Clem. And a little bit of a silly ending to that game. That'll be all.